Well, basically, we've really been very pleased. We have TPS has a partnership with the Oklahoma State Department of Education. They have made it to where we can go over to Spain. We've had a difficult time finding teachers who speak Spanish. We have several dual language immersion schools. At Zero and Eisenhower and Monroe, and some other programs are kind of sprinkled around in the district. And we've really had a hard time finding enough teachers who are bilingual and biliterate in both English and Spanish. And this program allowed us to go over. Talia Shaw, who works in our Human Capital Department, went over to Spain last month. She actually interviewed, over the course of a week, 45 prospective teachers. And the good news has come back with 10 that we want to hire. It's going to be a really effective way to get some teachers that really speak Spanish extremely well and get them in our schools. We're going to take those 10, and about half of them will go to Eisenhower and Zero, and then the other half will go to Monroe, and then some of our other schools like Kendall Whittier, Sequoia, and some other schools have some immersion classes. So we're going to spread those out and use those teachers for those classes, and it will really give us a boost. Well, the message is, and really this is kind of a short-term fix because they're on short-term visas, like 1 to 3 years, so they can't stay forever. But we really think this is going to be a good option for us because we've had such a hard time finding qualified teachers. And we now have the growth among our Hispanic students has really shot through the roof. For the first time this year, now it's not a huge difference, but for the first time this year, the number of Hispanic students has actually increased over white and African American students, just by a little bit. But we've seen so much growth, and we've got some catching up to do, and we want to be able to serve these students well and do a good job with them, and this is really going to help us tremendously to do this. I think we're just going to continue to see growth in this area, and really frankly, I think we're a little behind in it, and I think this is going to help us to get caught up. I think we're going to, this is probably something we're going to have to continue to depend upon. The other thing, too, that's kind of limited us, we have had a shortage of Spanish-speaking teachers, but the other bigger thing is we've had a shortage of teachers overall, and a lot of that, we think, relates to teacher pay, and some other things. And we really, I think we're getting to a point in Oklahoma, and we are not the only district. TPS is not the only district facing this. I think we're going to continue to have difficulties getting Spanish-speaking teachers, but we also are having difficulty finding qualified math teachers, special education teachers, science teachers, and until we get teacher pay increased and some other things taken care of, I think it's going to become a bigger problem. It may surprise you, we actually have 76 different languages that are spoken by students in our school. Now, the majority of those are, English, Spanish, and Hmong are the 3 top languages, but we've got 73 other languages. It is a big job. We have to get our arms around it and do our best to educate all students.